Welcome back to All4C Learning session 31. In the previous session we learned physical properties of aryl halides. In this session we are going to discuss chemical properties of aryl halides. So first of all let us compare chemical properties of aryl halides with alkyl halides. So in case of alkyl halides, halogen displacement reactions and elimination reactions takes place much easily than in case of alkyl halides. We learn various types of substitution like SN1, SN2, SNI, SN2 prime. So many types of nucleophilic substitution reactions we learn. And parallel to that, in terms of base, we also learn elimination reactions for that E1, E2, E1, CB, and also nucleophilic substitution, ankymeric constant. So many varieties of reactions we already learned. But in case of aryl halides, we cannot expect such properties. So what is the main difference of aryl halides from alkyl halides? Have a look here. First, alkyl halides compared to aryl halides, alkyl halides are more reactive. In other words, compared to alkyl halides, aryl halides are less reactive. Why aryl halides are less reactive? Or towards which reactions aryl halides are less reactive? Towards a nucleophilic substitution reaction, aryl halides are less reactive. So why? What happened? In case of aryl halides, even though we are using strong nucleophile like hydroxide ion, amide, NH2 minus, or any strong nucleophile, even though we are using, there is no more reaction. In other words, here displacement reactions or substitution reactions do not take place much easier like in alkyl halides. For that reason, if you want to know, you have to learn first resonance structures. Say in resonance structures of chlorobenzene. In case of chlorobenzene, chlorine consists of 3 lone pair of electrons. Now, lone pair electron containing chlorine, its lone pair, chlorine lone pair is going to take part in resonance with ring. As we learned in previous session, chlorine is ring activating, its lone pair is participating in delocalization over the ring. Resultant, what happened? If you observe here, there will be a new pi bond formation takes place in between chlorine and carbon, ring carbon, and whenever this lone pair comes here negative charge we are getting, and the negative charge appears in ortho position. This negative charge is involved in delocalization. So next position, negative charge appears in para position. Here Cl plus with 2 lone pairs. Here pi bond, here negative charge. And the para position consisting negative charge again involves in delocalization. Resultant, we are getting structure like this. So we are getting these are products. And finally, if it again participate in resonance, you are getting first structure. So here it is very clear. Halogen, if attached to ring, it do not maintain simply single bond. Just what we learned in case of ethyl chloride, if you observe, even though here chlorine consists 3 lone pairs, its lone pair is not going to take part in the reaction. Okay. Now here what happened? CCl bond, only single bond character. That C single bond CCl single bond can be easily break down. If the attacking nucleophile attacks from rear side, that reaction will end as SN2. If first this one departed, formation of carbocation, upon formed carbocation, if nucleophile come and attack either of the direction, that reaction what will end as SN1. Alright. And instead of that, if you are using strong base, if it come and approach to beta carbon containing hydrogen, it leads elimination, right? So elimination and substitution reactions are possible or feasible in case of alkyl halides because of carbon chlorine single bond character. But the same single bond character we cannot observe in case of aryl halides. If you observe that, chlorine containing lone pair is involved in delocalization, resultant carbon chlorine double bond character arises because of presence of this double bond. Because of presence of this double bond character, CCl bond breaking requires high energy. CCl bond breaking requires high energy. Because of high energy required, here substitution reactions are quite difficult. This is point number 1. So low reactivity of aryl halides towards nucleophilic substitution reactions. Even though we are using strong nucleophiles like OH minus, Cn minus, NH2 minus, here nucleophilic substitution reaction do not take place because of 4 points are there. In that first one is due to partial double bond character in between carbon and chlorine or carbon and leaving group, because of partial double bond character in between carbon and halogen. And the second point is due to high difference in bond energies of alkyl halide and aryl halide. As we discussed that in case of alkyl halide, CCl single bond, for breaking single bond we need to provide some amount of energy, whereas whenever it adopts double bond character here, obviously we need to provide much more energy to break that CCl bond. So for the breaking of CCl bond in case of aryl halides, we need to provide more energy compared to alkyl halides. That is the second factor. And if you observe, in case of alkyl halides, halogen containing carbon is sp3. Because of sp3, it has 25% s character. Whereas the same halogen containing carbon, in case of aryl halides, if you observe, that is sp2. Because of sp2 hybridization, what do you say? S character is 33% s character. That means in case of alkyl halides, halogen containing carbon is attached to halogen group. Halogen containing carbon has 25% s character, whereas the same halogen attached to 33% s character consisting carbon in case of aryl halides. As we know that S character is directly proportional to electronegativity. So in case of aryl halides, halogen atom attached to more electronegative carbon, double bonded carbon, sp2 hybridized carbon, 33% s character containing carbon. That's why, because of more electronegativity, polarity is less. Whereas in case of alkyl halides, halogen atom is attached to sp3 hybridized carbon, and 25% s character. Compared to aryl halides, alkyl halides carbon s character is less. That's why less electronegative means difference in electronegativity will be more. Hence, in case of alkyl halides, CCl bond has more polar character, whereas the same, if you observe, in case of aryl halides, less polar character, because of difference in electronegativity is less. Hope you got the point here. That is third point. Less polar character of CX bond in aryl halides compared to alkyl halides. So if you observe the dipole moment also, experimental values, in case of aryl halides chlorobenzene, the value is 1.69, whereas for haloalkanes, the same dipole moment is 2.22 up to 2.22. That means compared to haloarenes, alkyl halides, more dipole moment. More dipole moment means more bond moment. More bond moment means more partial negative charge appear here and more partial positive charge appear here. So more polar the bond, more the ease of displacement or more ease of substitution we can say. And fourth point is instability of Winlick and Finlick halides. Even though by using much more amount of energy, by providing much more amount of energy, we break that CCl bond, and ultimately what radicals we are getting here? Phenylic carbocation. This phenylic carbocation is highly unstable. And whenever its stability is less, from this intermediate we cannot get any product, right or not? The same scenario we can notice in case of vinyl halides, CH2 double bond CHCl. In case of vinyl halides also, chlorine containing lone pair is involved in delocalization, resultant CCl double bond character is going to adopt. Hence, phenylic halides and vinylic halides not going to take part in substitution reactions. That's why while we studying that SN1, SN2 and SNI also we learn simply vinyl and phenyl halides are not going to take part either in SN2 or SN1, because for SN2 rear side attacking has to take place, but here rear side attacking is not possible because of pi electron cloud. Since the pi electron cloud behaves like an obstacle towards incoming or approaching nucleophile towards that leaving group containing carbon, obviously SN2 not possible. And for SN1 it has to lead formation of more stable carbocation, but for more stable carbocation is not possible. And even though in vinyl halide, if this bond is going to break, we are getting vinyl carbocation. In case of vinyl carbocation, here double bonded carbon means more electronegative carbon. More electronegative carbon when bears positive charge, that intermediate is highly unstable. That's why vinyl and phenyl carbocations does not exist. Means formation highly difficult, and moreover rear side attacking also completely restricted. That means for SN2 rear side attacking not possible. For SN1 formation of carbocation also not possible. Hence, because of this reason, we are not supposed to consider SN reactions in case of aryl halides. So, if it is so, sir, can we say or can we fix for a statement like aryl halides do not undergo any nucleophilic substitution reaction? No, we are not supposed to fix like that. So, there are few modifications. By doing that modifications, we can perform substitution reactions. In that modification, how to increase the SN reaction rate in case of aryl halides, if you observe. First one is introducing a strong electron withdrawing group. As we learned here, chlorine shows plus some effect. Its ability to donate the lone pair of electron is very less. Of course, even though less, it maintains partial double bond character. Because of that reason only we are saying that SN reactions are displacement, nucleophilic displacement, that what we call DN reactions are highly difficult, right? Now, what I am saying here, if presence of any strong electron withdrawing group either in ortho or para with respect to that halogen or with respect to that chlorine, then in such a case, that particular chlorine or halogen is not going to show any plus M effect. Instead of that, it behaves like a minus effect. I am repeating my statement once again. In general, if nobody is there upon the ring, if itself halogen atom only is there, in such a case, halogen atom is going to donate its lone pair of electron to the ring, means it makes ring more electron rich. In other words, it behaves like as ring activating group. In such a case, it donates electron pair and it maintains carbon chlorine double bond character. So when you can displace that halogen, if it do not maintain double bond character, means first of all, we need to stop that formation of double bond character in between carbon and halogen. This character we need to stop. So for that, I am going to introduce a strong electron withdrawing group. In which position? Either in ortho or para. Because whenever this chlorine is giving electron pair, that negative charge appears in ortho and para positions only. So whenever we are going to keep strong electron withdrawing group there, then this chlorine do not behave as electron donating group. Nothing but it do not show any of its plus M character. Instead of that, it shows its original behavior, that is minus I character. Then whenever halogen shows minus I character, nothing but CCl double bond character stopped. Means CCl double bond character is not there. Whenever single bond is only there, then we can make displacement reactions. Okay, let us see how such reactions are proceeding. So if we want to displace the halogen atom in aryl halides, we need to activate that halogen. Means we need to stop that formation of CX double bond character. For that, in order to prevent the formation of CX double bond character, we need to introduce electron withdrawing group. So what happens if electron withdrawing groups are there? Have a look here. Presence of electron withdrawing groups, like which groups? NO2 group. NO2 group is strong minus N group. CN, SO3H, COOH, all these are strong electron withdrawing groups. Presence of these groups facilitates more SN reactions. So which positions has to occupy these groups? Which positions means, as we discussed, ortho and para positions. So presence of electron withdrawing groups like NO2, Cn, COOH, SO3H in ortho and para position with respect to halogen. With respect to halogen, if these occupies in ortho and para position, that the displacement of that halogen will be much easy. So first point says that presence of electron withdrawing group like NO2, Cn, SO3H, COOH in ortho and para position with respect to halogen facilitates replacement of X minus with a nucleophile. So which nucleophile we have to use? So generally in SN1 reactions we already use that even solvent molecule. So here also can we use like that? No, we need to use strong nucleophiles. Obviously with neutral or solvent molecules, ability to displace that Cl will be very less. Remember that point. So we need to use a nucleophile also strong nucleophiles like OH minus which is obtained from water and NH2 minus which is obtained from ammonia. Such type of strong nucleophile is required here. And second one, more the number of electron withdrawing groups. If number of electron withdrawing groups are more upon benzene ring, then more the ease of displacement or more the ease of nucleophilic substitution. That means more the number of electron withdrawing groups upon benzene ring with respect to halogen, ortho and para positions, then I am repeating once again, more number of electron withdrawing groups required. In which position they need to occupy? Ortho and para with respect to halogen. Ortho and para with respect to halogen. In such a position, if electron withdrawing groups are there, they increase the reactivity of that particular aryl halides. Increases the reactivity of particular aryl halides. So compared to normal chlorobenzene, ortho-chloro-nitrobenzene is more reactive towards SN reactions. Compared to ortho-chloro-nitrobenzene, here dinitro means two nitro groups. Which positions they are? Ortho and para positions. This one is more reactive, and compared to two nitro groups, three nitro group containing substrate is more reactive towards nucleophilic substitution reaction. That means more the number of electron withdrawing groups, more the SN or DN reactions, more the SN or DN reactions, because of more the number of electron withdrawing groups, more the reactivity. Similarly, if sir always you are mentioned that ortho and para, always you are reciting the same mantra. So why? What happened? One more question is there, even though you are not considering that position, if NO2 group in here or here, any of these two positions, what is the problem? That position what we call meta position. So if nitro group is there in meta position, it do not influence the reactivity. It do not influence the reactivity of that aryl halide, because when nitro group is in meta position, it shows only minus I. That minus I effect up to 3 carbon atoms only. From 4th carbon atom, its effect is nullified. That's why if nitro group is in meta position here, first, second, third, so its impact means nitro group impact upon that particular CX bond is negligible. That's why presence of nitro group in meta position is no use, particularly simply no use. That means because of minus I effect and inductive effect depending upon distance. So with increasing distance, inductive effect nullifies. That's why here presence of NO2 group in meta position no means it do not influence any reactivity of aryl halides. But in the para position, distance is too large now compared to meta position. In para position, when NO2 group is there, you said that it will influence. Yes, obviously. So when para nitro group can influence, why not in meta nitro group? As we discussed just now, meta nitro group influences inductive effect, means minus I effect. But when a nitro group is there in ortho and para position, it shows minus M effect. Minus M effect is distance independent. Minus M effect is means simply mesomeric effect, or also called resonance effect. This mesomeric effect or resonance effect is distance independent. That means there is no use whatever the distance, whatever the distance it maintaining, and whatever the number of carbon atom. It's not a criteria here. Obviously, it can influence. Its influence will be there. Hence, let us see what happened in these reactions and how the reaction mechanism proceeds. So, in case of orthochloronitrobenzene, when OH minus comes here and OH minus displaces that Cl minus, and we are getting the orthonitrophenol. Orthonitrophenol is the product. So, orthochloronitrobenzene upon nucleophilic substitution or displacement reaction, we are getting, we have nucleophile is OH minus. So orthonitrophenol. So orthonitrophenol, whereas when two nitro groups, one is in ortho position, another one is in para position. When two nitro groups are there, one is in ortho position, another one is in para position. In such a case, here reaction rate is much more, and as I mentioned that NH3 in sodium, NH3 and sodium metal we have to use, means NH2 minus acts as nucleophile here, NH2 minus acts as nucleophile, simply solvent molecule, not that much influence. In other words, solvent molecule cannot effectively influence or cannot participate effectively in a nucleophilic substitution reaction, which happens in case of SN1 and SN2. But in AR-SN reaction, such phenomena does not possible here. So NH2 minus displaces that Cl minus. So we are getting NH2 here and NO2 and NO2. So order of reactivity, one nitro group is less than two nitro groups in ortho and para, and three nitro groups in both ortho and para. And 2,4,6 trinitro, 2,4,6 trinitro, chlorobenzene, one chlorobenzene. Upon displacement reaction with OH minus, we are getting picric acid, 2,4,6 trinitrophenol, 2,4,6 trinitrophenol. Its name is picric acid. So you remember that even though we are calling this one as acid, it do not possess any acidic group. It do not possess any carboxylic acid group. But its acidic nature is almost close to acetic acid behavior. That's why it is what we call the picric acid. It is not basically carboxylic acid family. Because of the presence of 3NO2 group, its acidic nature increases. Now, so why? Because of the presence of NO2 group, why CCl double bond is not going to adopt? What is the reason behind it? Why CCl double bond character not observed if NO2 group is there? Have a look here. So Cl, in this case, let us see one more example here. Let us consider para-nitrochlorobenzene, right? So in which, if you observe here, this ring attached to two substances, one is NO2 group, another one is chlorine. Out of these two, one can rule that ring. So which one is going to rule? Which one can dictate? Ultimately the one which is which one is more strong. So Cl, even though it is minus I and plus M, both effects are very, very less. Whereas in case of NO2 group, its influence is very high. In other words, the NO2 group is strong minus M, and Cl is neither strong plus M nor strong minus I. So it does not show that much efficient. Its efficiency is less compared to NO2 group. Obviously, this ring will be ruled by NO2 group. Now, this more electronegative oxygen atom pulls that pi electron towards itself. Then obviously nitrogen acquires positive charge in its resonance structure. Whenever nitrogen acquires positive charge, that positive charge will be compensated by ring donating electrons, where this one gets negative charge and nitrogen gets positive charge. Whenever nitrogen atom gets positive charge, immediately these pi electrons are shifted towards this carbon. Resultant, what happened here? There will be a new bond formation in between carbon and nitrogen, and here O minus, and this one is J2 bond as such. Because of pi electrons are shifted towards this carbon, here this carbon is going to bear positive charge, and that positive charge is going to take part in resonance. And that positive charge when take part in resonance, these pi electrons are shifted towards this ring. Resultant, we are getting one more structure. In that structure, positive charge is appeared upon the carbon atom which consists chlorine here. Now in such a case, what happened here if you observe? In such a case, if Cl is really electron donating, then obviously it has to donate its lone pair of electron and it has to bear a positive charge. But in presence of strong electron withdrawing group, Cl is not going to donate electron. In other words, Cl is not going to show its plus sum effect, which we learned in case of only chlorobenzene. In absence of nitro group, in case of only chlorobenzene, chlorine atom is going to show I can donate electron pair. I'm a mesomeric plus sum group. I can donate electron pair to ring. I can make ring more activating. It's said like that. But the same words you cannot observe in presence of NO2 group. Whenever NO2 group, it is strong electron pulling group, electron withdrawing group. In such a case, this chlorine is also saying that I can pull my sigma bond electron towards myself. In other words, this chlorine is showing only minus I effect rather than plus M. Means if any nucleophile come and approach the ring, what happened here, you know? In case of chlorobenzene, only chlorine is there. In such a case, if any nucleophile means which carries negative charge, if it comes and this chlorine said that here negative charge, here negative charge, here negative charge, all these negative charge because of myself only. You are not supposed to go there. And if you want, you can go and attack in meta position. There positive charge of course is not there, but negative charge also not there. Being yourself you are negative charge, you can go and attack in meta position. It's like that. But the same chlorine, when because of presence of NO2 group, it is saying that nucleophile, please come here. Here only positive charge is there. Come and attack here. I am going to leave. See the variation in the behavior of chlorine in absence of NO2 group, in presence of NO2 group. In absence of NO2 group, we said that I can make that ring more activating and the ring will be electron rich. Being a nucleophile, you cannot approach. It's not like that. And whereas the same chlorine, because of presence of NO2 group, what it is saying, you have to come where not at this positive charge. Here positive charge you notice not here. And you positive charge you observe here, right? Here only. You have to come and attack here. And from here one more resonance structure also possible by shifting these electrons. Again you are getting a similar structure. Here again CCl single bond, here pi bond, here positive charge, and here double bond nitrogen, negative bond O and O minus. So here total 3 positive charges we can see, and with respect to this chlorine containing carbon and NO2 group containing carbon, adjacent carbon, here also NO2 group containing carbon, adjacent carbon. But what happened? Nucleophile prefers to approach or prefers to attack that particular carbon which attached to halogen, because this is the positive charge which arises because of minus M influence of NO2 group, right? And in this case, in addition to that positive charge, I am repeating, in addition to that positive charge which appeared because of NO2 group, in addition to that, chlorine minus I also means it also pulling the sigma bond electron towards itself. Resultant the positive charge density here more and more compared to the positive charge which appear here and here. You got it? So here this positive charge is because of NO2, and this positive charge is because of NO2. The positive charge because of NO2 remains the same whether in this case or in this case or in this case. In all these three cases, positive charge remains the same. But here Cl minus I effect because of distance dependent, here positive charge is not going to increase. Here Cl distance dependent, minus I effect cannot influence, whereas here Cl minus I effect comes to play the role, and it enhances the positive charge density upon that particular chlorine containing carbon. Obviously this nucleophile will be strongly attracted towards that positive charge. In such a case, what we are getting here? Cl and a nucleophile, and this nucleophile approaches. Now whenever this nucleophile approaches, the Cl has to leave. So we are getting structure like this, NO minus double bond O. That means nucleophile prefers to that particular carbon where chlorine is attached, because their positive charge appears not only because of NO2 group which effect minus M effect. In addition to that, chlorine minus I effect also plays a vital role here. So by playing that important role here, it will get more and more positive charge. Hence nucleophile prefers to that particular chlorine containing carbon. So overall what happens, when nucleophile approaches, Cl has to leave. You can write this one in two steps like this, nucleophile and Cl. And when this nucleophile, then Cl minus has to leave, these electrons to get back, and these electrons to get back, this one get back. Finally you are getting product with the nucleophile. Here nucleophile, ring retains its aromaticity, and N double bond O, double bond O. See, ultimately ring has to retain its aromaticity. It is not supposed to exist like this. So what happens? Why Cl has to leave? It should leave. Otherwise, ring is going to lose its aromaticity. Aromaticity is the ultimate character to attain ultimate stability. So you don't want to lose its aromaticity. In order to retain its aromaticity, someone has to leave. That leaving tendency is more for chlorine. That's why it comes out as Cl minus. So overall reaction, if you observe, that Cl we can easily displace it. That Cl minus easily displaced by nucleophile like OH minus or NH2 minus. Now, based on these reactions, we are going to learn so many chemical properties of aryl halides. So have a look on that chemical properties. So far we learned aryl halides, if you possess electron withdrawing groups like NO2 groups, then it is very easy to substitute that halogen. Now have a look here. I used to consider para nitro halobenzene, which upon treatment with potassium methoxide in presence of methyl alcohol solvent, temperature usually maintaining 85 degrees Celsius, then that X will be replaced by OCH3. So because of NO2 group is electron withdrawing group, it facilitates more to replace, or it facilitates more to attack the nucleophile OCH3 minus or methoxide upon the ring. So where it will attack? It come and attack upon the halogen containing carbon only, and we are getting that product. Fine. The same thing in displacement reactions for alkyl halides. If you observe, there we learn displacement reactions preferably depending upon leaving group, leaving tendency. Hence, order of reactivity of alkyl halides, Ri means alkyl iodide greater than, alkyl bromide greater than, alkyl chloride greater than, alkyl fluoride. So when we supposed to ask why like that? Because of I, large size, tendency to leave is more, leaving tendency is more, nucleophugacity is more. Whereas in case of fluorine, because of poor leaving group, its leaving ability is less. Okay. Now the same concept when we come and here if you apply experimentally the rates, if you observe here, if X is fluorine, rate of reaction towards OCH3 minus is 312 times more compared to chlorine. So if chlorine reactivity is 1, then fluorine will be 312, and bromine is 0.8, and iodine is 0.4. So this one is reactivity towards OCH3 minus. That means towards nucleophilic, aromatic nucleophilic substitution reactions. If you want to write order, aryl fluorides more reactive than aryl chlorides, more reactive than aryl bromides, which are more reactive than aryl iodides. So why like that? So what happens, sir? You mentioned in alkyl halides, iodides are good leaving group. They have more tendency to leave. Ease of displacement is very high. And in case of fluorine, you mentioned that CF bond is a strong bond because of fluorine's small size. Obviously, bond length is less, and so bond energy will be more. More energy we need to supply for breaking CF bond. In case of iodine, because of large size, Ci bond length is more than easily that bond will break. But what happened here? You are saying reverse order. Let us see experimentally rate of reaction. If you observe rate law for aromatic and nucleophilic substitution reactions, rate law is rate is equal to K into concentration of aryl halide and concentration of nucleophile. This is a new one. See what happened here. It depends, rate depending upon concentration of both substrate and nucleophile. Both are going to influence the rate. So, how this mechanism proceeds? So, what's going on here? So, if you want to write this one based on these experimental facts, the proposed mechanism is like this: fluorobenzene, upon that nucleophile come and attack. So, where it has to come and attack? It will attack upon the fluorine containing carbon or chlorine containing carbon or simply leaving group containing carbon. Leaving group containing carbon. And basically benzene ring is electron rich. It in generally do not facilitate to attack any nucleophile species. Because of nucleophile is electron rich, benzene ring also electron rich. Upon one electron rich ring, another electron rich species cannot attack. But here NO2 group facilitates that. NO2 group facilitates that. That's why OCH3 minus approaches to benzene ring, where it will come and attack the leaving group containing carbon only. Obviously, attacking of nucleophile upon leaving group containing carbon, that is a slow step and rate determining step. That is a slow step and also rate determining step, because in which both nucleophile and substrate both are participated in this step. So first step, attacking of nucleophile upon leaving group containing carbon. Then in order to accommodate this nucleophile, these pi electrons are shifted towards adjacent carbon atom. Then adjacent carbon acquires negative charge. Now negative charge is located upon carbon. Now we need to write resonance structure, and it will these electrons are shifted like this, and these pi electrons are shifted towards nitrogen containing carbon. Now nitrogen containing carbon, NO2 group containing carbon bears a negative charge, and this NO2 group containing carbon negative charge again participated towards in conjugation with towards NO2 group. Resultant we are getting one more structure like this. Here N plus and O minus. Like this we are getting resonance structure, and beyond all that, if these electrons goes like this and these electrons will be shifted by electrons, result this carbon is going to get negative charge, and finally whenever ring regains its aromaticity, then one has to leave out of F and OCH3. Obviously F comes out along with its bond pair of electron in the form of F minus, then we are getting para nitroanisole. Now, in this mechanism, if you observe throughout mechanism, first step is a slow step, that is the rate determining step. After attacking of that, you are getting negatively charged carbon, means negative charge arises at carbon. That negative charge is stable, it is delocalized, and it not only delocalized over carbon atoms, but also delocalized over nitrogen. Remember that. Meta-nitrofluorobenzene. So far we discussed that para-nitrofluorobenzene, because fluorine is a good leaving group. When in which case, not in case of alkyl halides, in case of aryl halides, that too with electron withdrawing group. Presence of electron withdrawing group makes fluorine is good leaving group. Now let us consider a meta-nitro product. So meta-nitrofluorobenzene nearly 1 lakh times slower than its ortho and para isomer. Or the same statement we can say, ortho and para-nitrofluorobenzene nearly 1 lakh times much faster rate than meta-nitrofluorobenzene. So when you place nitro group in the meta instead of ortho and para, then the reaction how much slow down? 1 lakh times. Why like that? So their resonance does not exist. Have a look. Here also negative charge comes here to one of the carbon. Then this will be delocalized here, and a negative charge comes here, and this negative charge again involving in delocalization. We are getting this structure. But unexpectedly, if you observe here, that negative charge is not that much stable as negative charge or carbanion, which is stable in case of ortho and para. In case of ortho and para, negative charge is delocalized over all the carbon atoms, along with that NO2 group also. Whereas in this case, negative charge strictly restricted to carbon only in all its resonance structures. There is no scope there is no scope for participation of this nitro group in resonance structure. That means simply we can say in case of ortho and para, nitro group shows minus M effect, whereas in case of meta, nitro group show only minus I. That's why rate obviously less. Hope you got the point. So fine sir, leave that rate concept. First of all, why aryl fluorides are more reactive when nitro group or any electron withdrawing group like COOH or SO3H, any electron withdrawing group. Presence of electron withdrawing group, halogen displacement more facilitated, that happen, okay. But why fluorine is more? Even though it is a poor leaving group. So why fluorine is poor leaving group? Because of bond energy is more. Simple. In that question only answer is there. Here rate determining step is the attacking of OCH3 minus upon fluorine containing carbon or halogen containing carbon. But CF bond breaking is last step, that is much more fast step. That is the last step and much more faster. When it happens here, while ring regains its aromaticity, reattains its aromaticity, in such a case, F minus departed much fast. Hence, CF bond breaking do not influence reaction rate. I am repeating once again. Yes, what we learned in case of alkyl halides, the same here also correct. Because of fluorine small size, because of CF bond is strong bond, because of more energy required for CF bond breaking. Yes, all these are correct. But all these are not involved in rate law. In rate law, which one is involved? Attacking of nucleophile upon leaving group containing carbon. And why this OCH3 minus prefers to attack upon that particular carbon? Already we learned. As NO2 group is stronger electron withdrawing group. Because of NO2 group, what happened? Here in ortho and para position, positive charge developed. So, sir, ortho and para both are having positive charge now. Then OCH3 minus may come and attack upon ortho position also. Why you mentioned clearly only para? Because in para position, in addition to the positive charge which developed because of NO2 group minus M, in addition to that, fluorine minus I, because of fluorine is a strong minus I. Because of strong minus I, here positive charge density is much more. That's why this nucleophile has to come and attack upon that leaving group containing carbon only. Hope you got the point here. Why aryl halides, particularly fluorides, are more reactive towards nucleophilic substitution. ARSN, towards ARSN, alkyl fluorides are more reactive than chlorides, more reactive than bromides, more reactive than iodides. Why? You must learn. And why? Meta nitrofluorobenzene 1 lakh times slower reactive than its isomers ortho and para. That also you learn. Now have a look here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 like this. 1, 2, 3 tribromo, 5 nitrobenzene. 1, 2, 3 tribromo, 5 nitrobenzene. Upon treatment with sodium ethoxide, you are getting only single product. Can you predict that which product you are going to get? Check out the answer here. C8, 8 carbons remains as such. How many carbons here? 6 carbons only, no? 6 carbons. C. Okay, final product you are getting C8. C8H7, Br2, NO3. So out of 3 bromines, it is very clear 1 bromine only going to replace, means remaining 2 bromines remains as such. So which bromine will be replaced? Try to find out that. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hexafluorobenzene upon treatment with sodium methoxide. Is it possible to displace that fluorine? One of the fluorine displaced by OCH3. So how this mechanism proceeds? Try to write it. And 2-chloropyridine upon treatment with NaOCH3. Whether this Cl is going to displace or not. Try to write a mechanism you came to know. Try to write mechanism for this one. You came to know. In addition to this, I am going to give 3 more reactions. For the 3 more reactions, try to write the product.